So, guys, here's something that I found interesting, and this is more towards real estate people. So, on the East Coast, I buy and sell houses, and I use a real estate agent. And one of the things that he told me yesterday is when you list a house, you put it on a thing called the MLS. And now the MLS allows anyone to list or put their house on the MLS. So, I don't have to be an agent. And the reason why I thought that was interesting, what this agent was telling me was he pays like fees. He pays fees to the National Association of Realtors. He pays this MLS fee, which is some sort of crazy fee. And now he's saying that, anyone can kind of put their house on the MLS. Now, if you buy or sell a house, or you're like me, where you're buying and selling, for investment purposes, a good real estate agent is great because the agent knows the laws, knows the ins and outs of getting loans, and they go to the courthouse or city hall to find out if there's anything against the house. Everything is clear. So with my agent has the lawyer, has the lender, is in and out of, town hall or the courthouse to if there's any liens or there's any sort of things against the house that I'm going to buy that I'll find out. Deals with the title company. A good real estate agent is worth their weight in gold, and it's different than some agent that's either can't find a job and becoming a real estate agent is their last resort, or somebody that's doing it part-time. So when he told me that, I said, that's crazy. I said, so you're paying all these fees, and you kind of, if you're an agent and you have a real estate license, you're beholden to like all these things to do business for the most part. And I said, look, you guys are getting screwed over, because if you're paying fees to the National Association of Realtors and fees to like an MLS and all these things, but anybody can just come and, if I want to sell a house, I could just put it on the MLS. Now, if you're just an average schmuck and you want to sell a house, you could put a house on the MLS and it's like $700. Now, I've sold houses where I've done it on my own and I've used an agent, and I prefer an agent. What happens is you throw the house up and you get a bunch of phone calls, and then you have to kind of weed people out. You have to see if they have money, or they're pre-approved and they can afford the house, and then there's just a lot of stuff. And then where I am, lawyers get involved to do the paperwork, and there's a whole mess. Agents handle all of that. A good agent will handle all of that. I said to my agent, I said, what are you guys doing? Meaning that, you're paying all this money to the National Association of Realtors, you pay all this money towards an MLS, but what are they doing for you? They're not really backing you up. They're taking your money, and they'll take, people that aren't part of the MLS, their money as well. If you're an agent and you went through the process of going to school and, getting the license and working, something like the MLS should be just exclusively to agents, but it's not, because now you have Zillow, which anybody can put their house up on, and Realtor.com, and now you have the MLS, which was something that I always seen the MLS as something that is quasi. It seems like it's regulated. It's almost, it has to be correct, almost like it's through the state. It's a service, but it has to be, you can't just put anything up there. With Zillow, I've always found that houses on Zillow, either sometimes they're not even for sale anymore, the prices are usually wrong, there's a lot of things that aren't correct. And with the MLS, you cannot do that. But now anybody can put stuff on the MLS. And I said, real estate agents and the National Association of Realtors, you guys have to get together and be unified, because real estate agents are going to go away. I see it with things like the taxi industry and Uber, and you guys are not too far away. I know you think that it's not, but it is. Now, I always say that a good real estate agent is always going to be there. My real estate agent is absolutely phenomenal. While my real estate agent is dealing with a lot of this back work of vetting people and the title company. Mortgage is the big thing. There's always a back and forth when you get people to buy your house, unless they're buying it in cash. You're always going back and forth with, money and loans and things like that. I don't even want to deal with that. And then if I'm buying a house and I have to find out if there's a lien against the house or there's some sort of violation against the house, I just tell my agent, go to the courthouse, find out what it is, and we'll get it straight, and then they'll negotiate. So that's my take on it. Like I said, I thought it was very interesting that anyone could just throw their house up on the MLS. Now, this might not be everywhere. There's different MLSs. This might just be in my area, but you guys you're going to be on your way out. You got to get your business together. And that's really it. I like using agents. All I want to do, once I get a house and I'm concentrating on that house, sometimes it needs work or whatever I'm doing. I like to do the marketing. I'll do marketing of houses after I get it, besides working on the inside to see if I have to fix it up and stuff like that. I'm moving on to the next house. So I got my house, and now my thing is, all right, I got to, fix this house, and I got to do A, B, and C, but then I'm always on the lookout for my next project. I don't want to deal with loans and the title company and all that. I want my agent to come to me and say, look, A, B, C, and D came up, and and I'll deal with it. I'll say, okay, we have this problem, that problem, this problem, that problem, and we dice it up and we correct everything. But that's really it. So that's all. I just wanted to put that out there and let you guys know. As always, I hope all is well. If you guys have any questions about real estate, I'm more than happy to answer them. Sometimes you guys like to, for some reason, send me private messages through like YouTube and stuff, and that's really cool. You could do that. And that's it. Hope all is well. Like and subscribe, and have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon.